Hello and welcome to this episode of Ask the Expert, coming to you from the Collective. Today I'm joined by James Taylor. Hi, James.
Hello, nice to see you.
James is sat down at HQ, TMD, TaylorMadeDesigns HQ, based in
Down here
Christchurch.
in the sunny south coast where the sun always shines down here in Christchurch.
Even through Storm Bert.
Yeah, that's right. Avoided us and missed us.
Uh, Good to know. We've been running a series of these. So this is the third of a three-part series. So the first one we looked at team uniforms. Second one we looked at retail. Oh, is someone
Sorry, we
coming
have to
in?
stop
Sorry.
in the middle of the video. Yeah, right, I have to start again.
Okay, no worries. Sorry, Guy. Okay, three, two, one. Hello and welcome to Ask the Expert, coming to you from the Collective. Today I'm joined by James Taylor at TaylorMadeDesigns, TMD for short. Hi, James.
Hey guys, how you
James
doing?
is at HQ down on the south coast, Christchurch, very nice part of the
Yes,
world.
down here in Christchurch where the sun does always shines.
Even through Storm Bert.
Yep, totally missed us. Been shining here all weekend.
Yeah, good to know. This is the third, actually, of the three-part series we've been running. So the first one, James talked us through the value in selecting the correct style for uniform. We then looked at retail and optimizing the retail offer within leisure centres and health clubs. And today we're going to look at loyalty schemes. James, we've both been in the industry a long time. You've been serving the leisure industry for 30 years, and I've been in the industry for a similar amount of time. And over that time, we've seen lots of things come and go. And I remember certainly when I started, nearly all the private, certainly the private operators were running loyalty schemes. And it was back in the days when we had waiting lists and our members see there was less competition in the market. So they didn't really go, there wasn't this sort of culture that there is today. And we tended to look after our members a little bit better than we perhaps do today. And loyalty schemes were prolific. And it seems that over the last few years, well, I guess more than few years, decades, couple of decades, they've fizzled out a little bit. But I'm sensing that there's a bit of a resurgence for them as the industry is starting to focus again back on service rather than the commercial outputs, hoping that the commercial outputs will take care of themselves if we can sort out our service. So I'm just really interested in, obviously, you provide a lot of the loyalty, the merchandise that fuels these loyalty schemes. I just wondered your take on the trends and what's happening today. Are they still popular? Could we do more to activate them and make use of them? So yeah, just a general
Yeah,
overview really, where these are.
always remember the gym starter pack. Everyone used to get a gym starter
Yeah.
pack. Generally, the cheapest drawstring bag, the cheapest plastic bottle, and the cheapest, smallest towel they could get their hands on. And then we'd sell them and give them to new members. Yeah, that's all very well. That was great at the time. It gives them a little gift as they join the gym. But people want something a little bit more of value now. And as we know, people are prepared to spend a little bit more on their water bottle, for example. They certainly carry a nicer bag. So we're finding that even in our corporate clients, we're doing more reward or welcome packs. So the likes of a corporate company will put a little box together almost with a like presentation box with a water bottle, a notebook and a pen, maybe a mobile phone charger in there, a multi-charger. So with it all branded up with the customer logo on. And we're finding that people are doing that to welcome their new members of staff, to help them feel part of the team and retain and build loyalty. I think it's exactly the same with gym members because the days of people moving every few months, not quite as bad as it used to be, but people do want to get involved, stay at a gym or a health club for longer if they feel part of the tribe, if you like. So yeah, we're finding that our customers are certainly investing in a nicer gift. So working with a customer at the moment that is doing a really nice rucksack. Again, they were famous back in the 90s, 2000s, let's say, for the rucksacks. Everyone was in London with the rucksack.
I know what brand you mean.
Right. Are we allowed to say brands?
I don't know. I think so.
My Spitler's first rucksacks were all over
I
the
remember the
country.
Fitness first
And we
rucksack.
give rucksacks to everyone. We're talking about doing that again, but with in a nice, my screen's going to go off real, in a, sorry about that, Katie, my screen timed out. Yeah. As I carry on, I'm certainly finding that customers are investing in better quality product. We're seeing a whole resurgence now. And instead of putting the month free at the end, that's costing what, £35 a month, 40 quid a month, whatever. It gives them a gift that it's costing the customer, or costing my customers, say, 10, £20. The perceived value is 20, 30, £40. So that's what we're finding that these reward stroke loyalty schemes are doing now, for sure.
And I think if you get it right, customers are really, um, not grateful, but they really like that gift. I remember when TRX first came to the market in the UK, they brought yellow socks with them, yellow TRX socks, and you couldn't buy
Yeah.
those socks. But
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
that had an association with TRX wanted a pair of socks. They were like
Yeah.
trading socks because they
Yeah.
created that scarcity and that value to the TRX socks. And I think
Yeah.
that could be similar with the loyalty schemes. If you give away the right product, maybe it's a specific water bottle that you only get if you make it through your first 3 months of membership or something.
Yeah.
So it's unknown. It's known within that site that if you've got that water bottle, you've hit
Yeah.
that lamp. You can't buy it. You've got to earn it.
Yeah, that type of thing. When you've been there for a month, when you've been there for 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, you get a series of products that remind you of your brand and thank you for being a member. Maybe a congratulations on how many times you've been to the gym. All these things can be produced and held here and distributed out to the customer directly to their home if they need it. So the storage and the fulfillment of these products on these loyalty programs is taking the headache away from the operator because they don't want to be storing it and posting it all out. That's what we do. We just need the data. We can work with that data and store and dispatch these products to the recipients.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think you've got long-term reward programs in place, haven't you, for rewarding in an attempt to encourage people to change behaviors so that
yeah,
they're creating habits. You've got that long term, but you've also got seasonal campaigns that you can run as well, sort of Christmas time, New Year, encouraging people to
yeah,
come in that Christmas period where the clubs are traditionally quieter, maybe doing referral programs or encouraging people to come in then so that they don't lose that habit at
yeah.
that festive time.
Referral programs definitely doing more of that, and they get the welcome pack now. Again, it's because a lot of customers are we're finding that do monthly memberships. If someone signs up to commit to a year, they get a reward pack gift of some kind. And again,
And like you say, in most cases, the actual physical payment for that pack is worth less than the sometimes you give 12 months for the price of 10 or whatever,
yeah,
but that can cost you more
yeah.
than
And it went out of fashion a little bit doing these packs. I don't think a lot of the brands have the margins to give away gifts because they don't want to invest in stock. So but now they're a little bit more prepared to do that, buying gifts up front and rewarding on the long term and the milestones is what we were talking
yeah.
about a minute ago. Yeah,
And are you seeing reward programs coming back in the public and the private sector, or is it being driven in the private sector?
both the private sector definitely to because staff retention is one thing. Well, getting the good talent to come and join your business. If you are rewarding a new member of staff with a nice presentation box, which I've got one here actually. So this sort of thing we produce for customer, and it is a gift box. And in the gift box is a series of products, which is a bottle, a towel, a bag, and a notebook, all in the same box with a pen. So this sort of thing's going to cost the customer around about 30 euros with a perceived value of over double that.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of thing we're producing for customers, all branded up.
And I think in our industry, I've got my sister-in-law, she works for a massive communications company. And when she joined, she's had a couple of different jobs in the last couple of years. And each time she's joined, she's received something like that.
Yeah,
And, she's really been grateful for that. And she's shown us and all
yeah.
of that. And it's good stuff. It's like the water. She
And
got
in that pack there, you've got a mug, a beanie hat, a notebook, a bottle. You've got several products in there that will cover various different eventualities.
yeah.
So
And I think
we're
maybe our
finding a lot
industry
more of that going on for sure.
yeah, I think maybe our industry doesn't do maybe enough of that in terms certainly on the staff side. That's
No,
definitely
yeah,
like
maybe not for the staff,
right there.
definitely, yeah. As well as maybe the members as well. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you see like over the next few years, do you think these loyalty schemes are going to be coming? Are we going to see more and more of them? Do you think? Are you getting more and more inquiries? Are you doing more and more business in this area?
Definitely on the corporate side, without a
Yeah.
doubt. They're becoming more, and again, you don't have to spend a 30, 40 euro on a pack. You could do a
Yeah.
much smaller box with a smaller range of product, just with a water bottle, notebook, and maybe a pen. Then you might put a voucher in there or a small note in there.
Yeah.
So they can be quite, you can get as creative as you want with these things. But I think the point we're trying to talk about here is this whole thing's gone full circle, and the reward campaigns now are coming back into fashion, if you like. Certainly we're seeing it with the corporates, and I think it's going to definitely filter through to the memberships
Yeah.
in our industry for
Yeah.
sure.
And I've seen your catalogs. You've got a massive choice of merchandise that you can put these packs together for with as well, haven't
Yeah,
you? If an operator's
yeah,
looking for a unique offer, that's really
yeah,
easy to do. You don't have to do the same as the neighbour. You can really bespoke this.
yeah. And doing the key point of view of a lot of this is for customers that don't want the hassle of it.
Mm,
So for us to be able to source all the products, store all the products, and again, going back to what we said a minute ago about the data,
yeah.
um, being able to take that data and dispatch the products to directly to the home of the member
Wow.
takes a massive headache out of the hands of the leisure operator. And that's
Absolutely.
what we
That's
that's what we're doing with corporate customers. So a corporate customer will say, Katie Lewis is starting with us in a week's time. Please send out the welcome pack. Before she
amazing.
even started work, the welcome pack landed on her doormat, on her doorstep, and she's welcomed to the company with with a book, a notebook for her first day, blah, blah, all these sort of things that they want to add
Yeah.
on. But people put different gifts in different, maybe a brochure of the company that they're actually going to start working for. And I think these sort of things are being done more and more now because you have to invest in your staff
Mm,
to retain good talent. And we have to invest in our members to retain members because it's such a competitive market.
yeah. Absolutely. So I think this is definitely an opportunity that operators could be looking at more than they perhaps are
Yeah,
now. There's a lot of value in this area, I think, in loyalty rewards, and we seem to have gone away from that. And it's time, perhaps now the market's right to start looking at
yeah.
bringing this back.
It will be really interesting to look at the data from some of the operators that do it really well,
Mm,
compared with the operators that maybe don't do it quite so well.
mm,
You know, they retain members longer,
yeah,
but because their members feel part of uh, the tribe, if you like.
it's all about upping the weekly visits, isn't it? Certainly in the first few months
Yeah,
to try
so
and keep it. And
these reward schemes and loyalty schemes certainly play a part of that anyway,
yeah,
along with all the engagement from the
yeah,
teams on the sites.
excellent. I think that
Well,
concludes
I hope
our
it
series.
helps. I'm just imparting what's happening within our business and trying to tell people what we're doing more of. So hopefully that helps.
I'm sure it does, James. Surely
Well, that's
sharing can only help.
absolutely. Sharing is caring. And
Yeah,
if anyone wants to come and see us down in Christchurch, we've got some really good fish and chip shops nearby. And there's nothing nicer than fish and chips on the beach.
beautiful cycle routes.
Any type
Cycle
of
routes.
good cycle routes as well. Yeah. So we're always keen to meet customers here down in Christchurch. If anybody wants to come down and see us, we'd be delighted to host them.
Oh, excellent. I'm sure hopefully someone will take you up on that
Yeah,
offer.
for you as well, Katie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm always down there in the summer. We've had
Yep,
breakfast, haven't we? Down
yep.
Sobo Beach.
Liver Beach. Yeah,
Yeah. Any excuse.
absolutely.
All right,
So
James. Thank you
yeah,
very much for taking part in the series. It's been brilliant talking to you. And if people want to catch hold of James, what's the best way for them to get hold of you?
probably either via the website or hunt me down on LinkedIn. I'm not very hard to find. And yeah, drop me a direct message, and I'd love to have a chat.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, James.
All right.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Dan.
Bye.
Bye bye.